Yes Media Academy Radio.
Excite.
The hits.
Very good morning to you out there, and thank you once again for being here with us live from the studios of Yes Ma Radio, Yes Media Academy Radio, the first media academy radio right here in Nigeria and in Ibadan, or your state capital, Southwest Nigeria. Good morning and welcome to the newspaper review, the English version. I want to say thank you for being there. We are transmitting live and direct from Yemi Sonde Media House, Yemi Sonde Christian Felele Express Bus Stop, Ibadan, right here. And my name is Olatunde Ido, and obviously I say calm down.
Calmly, good morning. Thanks for joining us. My name is Inioluwa Akintayo.
Now the countdown thing is beginning to make waves and
all over the country.
Checking out one of the stories I have from the front page of the Nation newspaper. It says, "Why We Need to Calm Down" by Femi Adesina. We'll tell you more and more of this as we get into the dailies. Two papers are with me, the Nigerian Tribune, the Nation newspaper, and yes, Vanguard newspaper.
I have the Punch and the Nigerian Tribune with me.
What are the stories I have from the newspaper this morning? House of Assembly crisis throw Edo into turmoil. It's not a very good story that we have been saying since yesterday. All right.
Okay, on the front page of the Punch newspaper, the big bold caption says, "Revolution now. Groups others fume as presidency calls protest child's play irritation. With the riders Buhari protested against Jonathan in 2014, says a co-convener. Reaction insensitive, says ex-NBA VP. Regime mismanaging democracy, says ex-CDHR president, and 15 protesters still detained." This is credited to Falan.
Gunmen kill 21 in Kaduna villages. It's on the pages of the Nation newspaper.
NUC invites management ASU others over Lautech crisis.
Federal government extends curfew for 4 weeks.
International flights to resume in weeks, says federal government.
Oh, I'm the happiest at this point in time. Yes.
You have plans to travel?
I should have.
Okay.
Things are happening.
We're going together, yeah?
Calm down. Nigeria confirms 3 more deaths as COVID-19 infections cross 45,000.
Moving to the Nigerian Tribune, my first story here says, UI student's death, family demands CCTV footage of incident.
17 Edo lawmakers claim to have impeached Assembly Speaker.
And my last story here says, Social Investment Fund reps summon Adeosun, Ahmed Farouk, others over 1.7 trillion naira allocation.
Oshiomhole wanted me, not me actually, but that's credited to the Edo Deputy Governor. Oshiomhole wanted me to help him impeach Obaseki. All this and much more. Some of the stories making the rounds from the dailies that we have with us this morning. You can check them out. But let's get down to the business of the morning right after this short commercial break. Please stay with us.
Hello there. Is it your dream to live and work in Canada? If your answer is yes, then your dream is about to become a reality. All you need to do is just be a part of your Fit Fly Canada Permanent Resident Visa Program, and surely you will begin to live your dream in no time, as your Fit Fly understands the process within the legal framework of Canada Travel Program. That is why you're enjoyed to be a part of the big league and realize your dream of living and working in Canada. Let the masters take up the job for you. Visit your Fit Fly today at Success House, Block 8, Plot 15, 7 Up Road, Oluyole Main Estate, Ring Road, Ibadan. Or better still call 070-6275-9762. Website youfitfly.com for the dream of your Canada permanent residence to come into fruition. You Fit Fly is the key. You Fit Fly says, stay safe.
Oh yeah, use my train. Warm expeller to come out common ones when they for body. Your bikini go they campaign, the head go improve. No more worry, no more sleepless nights. Pirating warm expellers, they keep common ones. Papa they use them, oh, mama they use them, bikini they use them. It's good for all the family. Pirating warm expeller.
Stay healthy. Deworm your family every 3 months with Pyrotrine. Pyrotrine works effectively and is available in suspension and easy-to-swallow tablet. Pyrotrine Worm Expeller is a product of Nemeth International Pharmaceuticals PLC. Pyrotrine, effective worm expeller for the family.
Hello, are you a media practitioner or you're aspiring to become one? A great opportunity to brush up your media practice knowledge and skills has emerged. Yes Media Academy is introducing communication and media courses designed just to meet your training needs. We also welcome media organizations to send their personnel for training at Yes Media Academy. Get trained by the experts in broadcasting, journalism, advertising, public relations, public speaking, and media management. At Yes Media Academy, we have communication and media scholars, media practitioners of long-standing experience, and media entrepreneurs as our trainers and resource persons. You will enjoy every moment with them and be better equipped for the job. Application form is now available at 10,000 naira only. For more inquiries, call 0902-930-4704 and 080-355-29883 or contact Yes Media Academy on www.yselimited.com. Email yesmediaacademy1@gmail.com. Or you can come straight to Yemi Sonde Media House, Felele Express Bus Stop, Felele, Ibadan.
Thank you once again, and let's get down to the business of the morning. It's still the newspaper review from the studios of Yesma Radio, the First Media Academy Radio. And I'll give it to Ine.
All right, I will be reading from the Punch newspaper with the first story. Revolution Now. Groups others film as presidency call protest child's play irritation. The Revolution Now movement and other human rights groups on Thursday lashed out at the presidency for describing Wednesday's Revolution Now protest as a child's play and irritation. The group said that the presidency's dismissal of Revolution Now's protest clearly indicated that the president, Muhammadu Buhari's regime, was insensitive to the suffering of Nigerians. Members of the Revolution Now movement demanding good governance had on Wednesday protested in the Federal Capital Territory, Lagos, Ondo, Osun, and Ogun states. During the protests, no fewer than 91 members of the group were arrested in the FCT, Lagos, Osun, and Ogun states. On Thursday, the presidency described the protests as a mere child's play and an irritation. The special advisor to the president on media and publicity, Femi Adesina, said this on Channels Television Sunrise Daily program on Thursday. Adesina said the protests were carried out by only a few youth out of the 200 million Nigerians. It's a lengthy read. You can get a copy of the Punch newspaper to read the full details of the story.
Nigeria confirms 3 more deaths as COVID-19 infections cross 45,000. Nigeria on Thursday reported 3 more deaths from COVID-19 as the country's infection from the virus crossed 45,000. The Nigeria Center for Disease Control, NCDC, which revealed the latest figures, also said the West African nation had 354 fresh COVID-19 cases for the day. Nigeria's latest COVID-19 infections were confirmed in 16 states and the Federal Capital Territory, taking the country's tally to 45,244. A breakdown of the new infections from the virus indicated that the FCT had the highest number of fresh cases with 78 and is followed by the country's COVID-19 epicenter Lagos with 76 and Kaduna 23. Other states with confirmed cases of COVID-19 include Ebonyi 19, Oyo 18, Nasarawa and Rivers 17, Delta 16, Kwara 15, Akwa Ibom 13, Edo 12 and Ogun 12. Plateau with 11, Bauchi 6, Borno 6, Ekiti 6 reported the remaining COVID-19 cases for Thursday. Although 32,430 persons who contracted the virus have been successfully treated and discharged, 930 deaths have so far been confirmed according to the NCDC. Nigeria confirms 3 more deaths as COVID-19 infection cross 45,000.
NUC invites management as to others over Lautech crisis. The National Universities Commission has invited the Vice Chancellor of the Ladoke Akintola University of Technology, Ogbomoso, Professor Michael Ologunde, other principal officers, academic staff union of universities, and other staff unions of the university to a meeting. This is contained in a letter written by the NUC dated August 5 and addressed to the Vice Chancellor of the university. A copy of the letter signed by the NUC Deputy Executive Secretary, Academics, and Committee Chairman on Thursday was received. According to the letter, the NUC called the meeting as part of the effort towards solving the crisis rocking the university. The university is jointly owned by Oyo and Osun State, but funding has been a problem facing the varsity. The letter read in part, and I quote, "The Vice Chancellor is requested to kindly draw the attention of the various university-based stakeholders to the proposed meeting scheduled for Friday, 7th August 2020 at 10 a.m. You can pick a copy of the Punch newspaper to read further on the story. NUC invites management as to others over Lautech crisis.
Buhari approves extension of East COVID-19 lockdown by 4 weeks. President Muhammadu Buhari has approved the extension of the second phase of the East lockdown for another 4 weeks. This extension is the third for the second phase of lockdown currently observed across the country. Boss Mustafa, the Secretary to the Government of the Federation and Chairman of the Presidential Task Force, PTF on COVID-19, disclosed this during the Task Force briefing in Abuja yesterday. The task force had met with President Muhammadu Buhari on Wednesday and briefed him on the progress made so far in containing the spread of COVID-19 and keeping citizens safe from contracting the virus. Boss Mustafa, while addressing newsmen yesterday, noted that the PTF made some recommendations to the President and the extension of the current ease of lockdown was one of the inferences approved. Buhari approves the extension of East COVID-19 lockdown by 4 weeks. The various papers we have this morning, we've got that story.
Reading further, international flights to resume in weeks, says federal government. The federal government on Thursday said the airports would be reopened to international flights in weeks and not in months. When international flights eventually resume, passengers are expected to arrive at the airport 3 hours before their flights. The government said the prolonged ban on international travels was not punitive, but mainly to keep Nigerians across the country safe from the spread of COVID-19. The Minister of Aviation, Hadi Sirika, discussed this in Abuja while answering questions at the briefing of the Presidential Task Force on COVID-19. He said, and I quote, "On the question about the reopening of the airports, I would like to use this medium to reiterate and to be consistent with what we've been saying. I want people to understand that this is not purely an aviation function. It also has to do with our health and is so huge that it made Mr. President in his wisdom to set up the Presidential Task Force on COVID-19. This is in the interest of the nation." The minister said operators in the civil aviation sector had wanted to open the airports a long time ago in order to return to business and halt the loss of revenue. Sirika said the ban on international flights had warranted the mass sacking of workers in the aviation sector and non-payment of salaries by airlines. It's a lengthy read. You can pick a copy of the Punch newspaper to read the story. International flights to resume in weeks, says federal government.
17 Edo lawmakers claim to have impeached Assembly Speaker. 17 lawmakers of the Edo State House of Assembly, including 14 members whose seats have been previously declared vacant, claimed that they have impeached the Speaker of the House, Francis Okie, and his deputy, Ronald Asoro. The decision was taken yesterday at a private location in Benin, the state capital, as after security officials took over the State Assembly complex. In their place, the lawmakers say they have elected Victor Edoro, who represents Essa Central Constituency, and Emmanuel Agbaje, who represents Akoko Edo Constituency 2, as Speaker and Deputy Speaker, respectively. At the meeting, the 14 lawmakers select were first sworn in, and then, together with 3 other lawmakers who recently pledged their allegiance to Osage Eze-Iyamu of the All Progressive Congress APC, claimed to have impeached the Speaker and his deputy. 17 Edo lawmakers claim to have impeached Assembly Speaker. Full details is on all the pages of the papers this morning.
Moving on to the Nigerian Tribune, UI student's death. Family demands CCTV footage of incident. The family of Richard Gbadebo, a 300-level student of the Department of European Studies, Faculty of Arts, University of Ibadan, who died at a factory last week, has demanded the closed-circuit television footage of the accident. Father of the deceased, Mr. Shola Gbadebo, made the demand when a delegation of the state government, led by the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Environment and Natural Resources, Dr. Bashir Olanrewaju, paid a condolence visit to the family on Thursday. While receiving the government delegation, Mr. Gbadebo said a thorough investigation must be conducted in order to truly ascertain the cause of his son's death. He said before any attempt to initiate talks with the family by the management of the soap factory, the family must be assured that there was no foul play or conspiracy in his death. The father of the deceased expressed grief over the demise of Richard, noting that he had endured harsh economic realities just to ensure his son and his elder sister concluded university education before the unfortunate incident. UI student's death. Family demands CCTV footage of incident.
Oshiomhole wanted me to help him impeach Obaseki. That's credited to the deputy governor. The deputy governor of Edo State, Comrade Philip Shoaibu, has said his loyalty to Governor Godwin Obaseki is unwavering. In a chat with newsmen on Thursday, Shoaibu revealed how former APC national chairman Comrade Adams Oshiomhole wanted him to join in the move to unseat Obaseki. Shoaibu said he begged Oshiomhole to let go of any grievance he had against Obaseki because the governor was doing well for the Edo people, a plea which Shoaibu says fell on deaf ears. The Edo deputy governor went on to reveal that on realizing that Oshiomhole had declared a war against the governor, he told the former governor that he will stand with Obaseki come what may. According to Philip Shoaibu, the ploy was to remove Governor Obaseki at the onset and replace him with his deputy, but he said he refused, stating that it was not his will or nature to betray. Oshiomhole wanted me to help him impeach Obaseki. That's credited to the Edo deputy governor.
My last story here reads, Social Investment Fund reps someone Adeosun, Ahmed Farouk, others over 1.7 trillion naira allocation. Former Minister of Finance, Mrs. Kemi Adeosun, and the incumbent Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning, Mrs. Zainab Ahmed, are expected to appear before the House of Representatives over 1.7 trillion naira appropriated for the implementation of National Social Investment Program, NSIP, from 2016 to September 2019. Also expected to appear is the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development, Sadia Umar Farouk, incumbent and former permanent secretaries, desk officers involved in the implementation of the program in both ministries, as well as the National Social Investment Office. Chairman, House Committee on Public Accounts, Honorable Wale Oke, issued the summon during the investigative hearing into the audit queries on the financial activities of the NSIPS. It's also a lengthy read. You can pick a copy of the Nigerian Tribune to read the full details of the story. Social Investment Fund reps someone at Adeosun, Ahmed Farouk, others over 1.7 trillion naira allocation.
And I'll be taking another one from the Nation newspaper. Gunmen killed 21 in Kaduna villages. Gunmen killed 21 people in Wednesday night attack on 4 Kaduna state villages, the police confirmed on Thursday. An unspecified number of houses were burnt by the marauders, including one belonging to a dead colonel. Police spokesman Mohammed Jaligi said 3 people were injured. The attack were followed by the killings that have been going on in the southern part of the state. People's Union disagreed with the police on the figure of the dead and on the number of villages attacked. A statement by its spokesman, Luca Biniet, claimed that 33 villagers died and that 5 communities and not 4 were attacked. Last night, that's quoting the villages speaking here, says last night around 11 p.m. truckload of armed Fulani militia made their way through military checkpoints under the curfew and stormed Apia Sim and Kibori village. The late siege to Apia Sim, killing, looting and burning houses. In the wake of the cruelty, they left 6 people dead and 20 houses burnt. Gunmen killed 21 in Kaduna villages. You can get that from the dailies that we have here for this morning. But this will be a convenient point for us to say thank you for being there with us and for us on the newspaper review for today, the 7th day in the month of August 2020. On behalf of the entire